All right, everybody. Stinky MD back here again. Regulation G, VGC 2025. Still finding my bearings in VGC. I'm trying out a new team. One of the standouts from last time was Malamar. And so the idea of Contrary was something that stuck out to me. What kind of moves can we use to bolster Contrary in this landscape of like you have so many legendaries and so many just strong Pokemon to go up against? I really like the idea of boosting up my guys while lowering my opponents, getting as much bang for my buck as possible when it comes to the moves that I click, just getting as much value as possible. And so let's jump in. I have a few recordings here. I'm going to be doing the post-recording thing this time around. Stinky MD versus DI 1306 or Die 1306. I don't know. Let's do it. So I'm going to lead the Bisharp and the Malamar. My main plan here is really just lead something that has Contrary and lead something next to it. I don't really want two Contrary guys out at once. I fix up a bunch of Fool. Expanding Force comes out, but I'm Malamar and Bisharp, so I'm not affected by it. So we're all Fools. I'm going to knock off on the Mewtwo after I get Trick Room set up. Again, Trick Room is good for me because I get to control the speed at the beginning of the game. Even if you set up a Tailwind, Trick Room's going to be able to trump that. Mewtwo's going to click Protect. I got to get better at my Protect reads because I just feel like I could just bonk my head against Protect every 5 seconds. And now Mewtwo's going to switch out into Incineroar, but you're going to boost my attack. Bisharp's also Defiant, so you're going to boost its attack too, and Bisharp's going to do big damage, Iron Head, and take out. I mean, Bisharp used to be a fully evolved Pokemon, so I think it still hits like a truck. Fake Out's going to come out, but you're actually in Psychic Terrain, so I think as far as the number of Fool counters, it might be you with 2 and me with 1, but I'll pretend like I'm not keeping score. Bisharp's going to go Dragon type just to be able to avoid any potential big damage from close combat. I mean, not big, avoid big damage, but avoid getting knocked out. I'm going to set up the Trick Room there. My opponent's going to quit. I mean, you seal your fate. You are a 2v1. I think I Pokemon in the back because I don't think my Malamar or Bisharp has gone down, which I have to say is quite the feat. Going 7 turns in VGC with the same 2 guys out. Actually, girls, I guess, but it's pretty good, right? So that's really one of the things I'm excited about this team. I mean, look how many stats I've built up here, and this isn't just build up stats for no reason. I'm not sitting here clicking like Dragon Dance or anything like that. I'm clicking Superpower. I'm clicking. I mean, I clicked Metal Sound one time to Metal Sound myself, which I won't do very often, but it's also just to build up Malamar because that's the star of the team. Superior is the star of the team. So this is a pretty good game. Let's jump into another one. Okay, here we are. I mean, look, every team that I see Pokemon, legendary Pokemon I'm just not used to playing against. And I don't say that to say as an excuse. It's just there's a level of power that I'm learning about as I dive into VGC that I'm just not familiar with as a Pokemon player, as a predominantly singles player, which I gotta get back into singles because I playing VGC and getting knocked around a bunch is making me think like, man, do I stink at Pokemon? I'm like, no. Actually, I'm learning VGC like from the ground up right now. This is what you guys are watching me do. But I got to jump back into singles, boost my confidence back up. I'm good at this game because the VGC is just like, it's a beast. It's a beast to build around. But enough complaining from me. Let's jump into the second match of today's video. Stinky MD versus Jace 345. So Malamar and Fortress are going to come out. Fortress is good for my team because it sets up a lot of the screens and helps me, again, defend myself against Rayquaza and legendaries like that. And I'm not trying to be that guy where it's like, oh my god, a legendary Pokemon, I can't do anything. But it's really just so that I am better prepared, so I can get the Trick Room up, so I can set up the Reflect. And now I feel better protected against the Rayquaza. Just me. If I were up against Rayquaza personally, I'd like to have a few walls of protection between me and it. You're going to extreme speed the Fortress for some reason, and Gyro Ball is going to take out Rayquaza. So Amoonguss is here, and I actually like the fact that I have Superior on the team because it's able to provide that natural immunity to Spore. That's not really going to show itself here. I'm actually just going to Leech Seed and get some life back. I don't know why I switched out, but I imagine, okay, to avoid the Sludge Bomb, I think one of the good things about this team, as I think about it, is we have certain immunities to certain things, and that's one thing I'm noticing even on the rewatch here. So Spore is going to put my Fortress to sleep. I mean, Bisharp to sleep, but Fortress is going to wake up and click Gyro Ball. You're also going to take the Future Sight attack, which Bisharp is immune to, and now we have the Chien Pal out. You're going to click Ruination. Amuna's going to click Stun Spore for some reason, not go for Spore. Just Spore is 100%. You go to sleep, you can't do anything, so I don't know why you didn't do that. I'm going to click Iron Head there. I mean, you unfortunately terrestrialize against 2 steel types, so, I mean, look. I'm not even going to pretend like that was unlucky. You terrestrialize Fairy against 2 steel types. What were you thinking? What was your plan? But I can't make anybody feel too bad, especially in VGC. It's just so hard. There's so many permutations. There's so much stuff, especially with these regulation switches. I mean, somebody help me out in these comments. Like, what's the decision making going to these regulations, and when is it ever gonna turn back into normal, where I'm not facing legendaries all the time? Because again, don't want to come off as a guy that's like, oh my god, legendaries, but dude, Kyogre, Water Sprout, that'll just like crush your dreams. I can't lie, Groudon, Precipice Blades, man, I'm crushed. Maybe I should just play legendaries myself. I'm sure that's what some people are thinking. Why is this guy complaining so much? Just play the legendaries, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I play Pokemon that I find to be interesting. I play strategies that I find to be interesting. Bulldoze into Contrary, that's interesting to me. I mean, I just have to think. I have to rack my brain out of how to make Groudon, Kyogre, Pokemon like that interesting and exciting, right? And then I make them interesting and exciting, and then they're no longer in use, and you have to access some different thing to use them because whatever. I'm ranting and raving. I'm complaining a bunch. We all have lives to get back to. Enough of you, Stinky MD. I'll close the video out there. And with that being said, GG's to the opponents. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.